Welcome back to our continuing team coverage of today's breaking news. Federal agents shooting 2 people in Portland today during what is described as a targeted enforcement stop in the east side of Portland.
Yeah, this began, this live image that you're looking, well, actually, this is not a live image. This is from earlier this evening. An image you're looking at Adventist Hospital, where we know that this shooting happened. And this has been confirmed to us by the Department of Homeland Security. There you're looking at a black vehicle, which has been, in the center of this investigation in this area. We don't know exactly how that vehicle is involved, we'll tell you. But according to DHS, there was an encounter here outside of the hospital. They say a targeted operation targeting a Venezuelan gang member, as they say. In that operation, 2 people were shot. According to DHS, they fled to a second location, and that second location is at 146th and East Burnside. That's not far away from that initial scene. And you see here the vehicle that is the people who were shot were believed to be in. The driver's side window blown completely out of the glass. And it's at that location at 146th and Burnside where police responded to that call and discovered those people. Those people were taken to an area hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time.
Yeah, there's, again, competing narratives as to what exactly happened. We've heard from DHS. We've heard from Portland Police. We're trying to stitch this all together and let you know and attribute the information that we receive directly to those agencies and those public officials just as we learn it. Of course, all of this is creating a lot of concern, a lot of anger here in Portland tonight.
Right. You have multiple scenes spread out across the city, because you have these scenes where these incidents happened, and then you also have multiple protests that have popped up throughout the city, including at the Justice Center. And then there's also been a protest, although things have quieted down substantially since the beginning of the night. Our Julia Lopez is outside of the ICE facility, which has been a focal point of many protests we've seen throughout recent months, including tonight, where a large crowd had gathered earlier.
Real Pete, things have absolutely quieted down since earlier in the evening, but this has been the busiest night at the ICE facility in months. I'll take a step out so you can see what we're looking at right now. Still several dozen protesters in the street. We see a car stopped, and that's what we've been seeing all night, is protesters moving in and out of the street. So I want to show you more of that. When we've seen protesters go into the street, at times in the evening, hundreds of protesters at a time blocking traffic, Portland Police have responded, assisting DHS in clearing the road and allowing vehicles to enter and exit the facility, but even just allowing civilian traffic to pass down McAdam. Police would typically stand there for quite some time, and we did see a couple of detainments made while we were here, which they announced over a loudspeaker: if you don't get out of the street, we will begin making arrests. And of course we did see that begin to happen, but only a couple tonight once again. But we've seen quite a scene here from the facility, even a burning American flag at points. A lot of anger here, and I've been talking with protesters, and they are out here protesting not just what happened in Southeast Portland this afternoon, but immigration enforcement as a whole. There's also a lot of references to the deadly shooting in Minneapolis yesterday by ICE officers, and today, of course, in Portland, we saw an incident involving Customs and Border Protection officers. But here at the ICE facility, immigration enforcement is being protested as a whole. And if you can hear right now, we are hearing an announcement from DHS, the Federal Protective Service, from the ICE facility, telling protesters to clear the driveway. You can see there's a crowd gathering in front of the driveway. This is what they do when they need to bring a vehicle in or out of the facility. So if they don't clear the driveway, it's likely that we'll see officers exit the facility in the coming minutes to push people out of the way so that they can get traffic back through. And that's kind of the pattern that we've been seeing here for hours this afternoon and for the past few months. But certainly tonight, tensions have grown high. I'll send it back to you.